Hello, everyone. Good, good morning. So this is our, so we're done with our day 3, and we are now on our uh, fourth day for module 4D. Again, before we begin, let's have a bit of an icebreaker. So just like yesterday, we will have the gesture game. Yesterday, medyo basic pa yung mga words, but for today, we'll try to make it more challenging for each one of you. I will be gesturing some words, and then you try to guess what the word is. Okay, so if you could please turn on your microphone when you try to guess the word. So what is that word for that gesture?
Texting?
Texting?
Mm, yes, that's right. That is right. It's texting. Very good. How about this one?
Hot? Or I'm feeling hot?
Sweaty, feeling hot,
Yes, that is right. Tama po.
feverish,
Feverish. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Correct po. Okay, so you all know how this game works. So now I would like to ask each one of you to turn on your camera, and it's now your turn to do the gestures yourself. So can I request everyone, please turn on your cameras now.
Really?
Okay, let's make it a bit harder for all of you. No, just medium. Okay. Oh, it's okay, Miss Karen. No worries. Okay, what is the gesture for this word? Twig. Mahirap po ba? Let's have another one. This one. Okay. Yes. That could be or this gesture. Right. Okay, Miss Lisa. Right. Next word. How do we gesture this? Mahirap po ba? Ayun, pwede pong ganun, di ba? Yung may nakita nyo, yung mga ambulansya, meron silang siren. So, pwede yun. Ganon. Yun ang gesture niya. Okay? Tapos, minamaneho. So, yun po yung gesture. How about this one? Right. Right. Tama. Tama si Miss Aimee. Harp. This. Yes. So, stapler. And then this one. Ayun, sabi ni Miss Marietta, no? Yung garapon, yung may takip. Okay, so we will take turns, okay? Para ma-practice tayo lahat. So we'll take turns, each one of you. How about let's have Miss Marietta first. Miss Marietta, can you try this word? Okay, pwede po yan. That's right. That's right. So monkey. This one. Si Aimee. Okay. Si Miss Isa. Taxi. So how do we gesture taxi? Hmm. Ayan, yung parang may takip ng kotse sa ulo. Okay. Oh, yung pwede yung pinapara natin, di ba? So, paparahin mo, tapos yun. Yes, right. Yung may ilaw, yung kotse sa ibabaw. Okay. This one, Miss Marietta. Stove. So, dalawa. Ah, wow. Social. Two-burner stove yung kay Miss Marietta. Okay. So, ibig sabihin, madami daw kay kumain, Miss Marietta. Kaya two-burner stove. How about this one, Aimee? Right, right. So, yung katawan ng puno. And this one, Miss Isa. Yes, yes, that's right. Very good. You want one more? Isa pang round? Okay, so let's have one more round. Okay. Miss Marietta, can you try this? Ayan, yung malaki na parang malaking bahay. So, yun, parang pwede siya yung outline ng castle, no? Yung mga may tower, yun. Sa Aimee, yun po. Okay. Miss Isa, how do you sign broccoli? So this is a kind of vegetable, right? So kumakain ka ba ng broccoli, Miss Isa? No? Hindi. Okay, so yung parang gano'n, yung florets ng broccoli. So that would work. Miss Marietta? Hello? I saw we have was that another participant? Oh, no, sorry, it's not Miss Marietta, it's Miss Maria Jehan. So we have a new participant apparently. It's Maria Jehan Libre. Okay, so let's try this one. How do we sign powder? So yun, okay, powder, yung pulbos. Okay. Miss Isa. Aimee, sorry, Aimee. Rug, ayun, yung tinatapakan. Mukhang yung gesture mo daw nagsasayaw. Nagsasayaw sa rug. Okay, so yung shape ng rug and then you have yung person na parang nagpupuna siya ng paa. Okay, so well, we could also use yung ating katawan, okay, when we do gestures. So this is something that um, we use our to wipe our feet. How about wave? Nawala si Miss Isa. So now we have Miss Jessica to join us. All right. So that's
Good
it.
morning.
That's it for our game today. We'll start with our discussion. Sabi ni Miss Isa na disconnect daw yung camera niya. So i-check niya lang daw. Okay, so for today we will be going through module 4D. Our output would be to create a quiz, well, with multiple choice and true or false items, and then turning in quiz to the students. And then third is to import our quiz scores to the grades. Okay. However, this is not available po no, for personal accounts ng ating Google. It's only for school account. And then creating a rubric with categories and levels, and then creating an assignment using a rubric. So ito po yung ating expected output for today. So let's begin on how to create a quiz with multiple choice or true or false items. So let me show you how to do that. So let's go to our Google Classroom, in our classwork, create, and then press assignment. And then you could put in there your title. So it's a quiz. Yes, it's still under assignment form. So it's a quiz assignment. So let's say, for example, you're doing quiz number 4. So you could type in again yung inyong instructions. So whatever you want your student to perform, okay? And there you would have a blank quiz form. So again, type in the title of the quiz and then your instructions. And then from the drop-down menu, you could choose what type of quiz is it for. Is it for an essay? You use a paragraph, or is it a multiple choice? Or you could also use a checkbox. You could also have a drop-down. You know, pag clinic nila, may lalabas na mga options for them. Or you could also do on a file upload. Linear scale, mostly this is for survey. Then you have a multiple choice grid. You also have checkbox grid. And then the date and time. So for this particular session, we will just be using the multiple choice type, but you know how ABC or could be a true or false type of question. And then in this particular field, you type in your question. So let's say our question is an element of art that refers to the lightness or darkness of a color. So A is line, B is value, C is movement, or D is contrast. So once you're done, you could also put in your answer key. Okay. So instead na i-checka natin yung mga paper, isa-isa, automatically, if you input your answer there, it automatically checks, okay, yung magiging sagot ng mga students. So our answer for this one is letter B. So you would notice there's a green check mark. Okay. And then you could assign yung weight ng points. So let's say this is a 1-point item. It depends. So if you're using an essay type, it could be 5 points. So it depends po sa inyong quiz. And then you could give an answer, feedback rather. So bakit mali yung answer na yon? Then if they got the correct answer, you could also input their yung value. So bakit yun yung answer? Okay, why is that the correct answer? Usually we use YouTube for our deaf students because it's more visual. So I could also use video for that. You could also, add links there for your videos. And then could have some text to display. And once you're done with that, then just click done. And don't forget to switch on required. Okay. Bakit? Because we don't want our students to be missing an item. Okay, you would notice may asterisk na lalabas kapag naka-turn on po yung required. So that means the student has to respond to this particular question. So you could go on to type your next question item. So it could be like different categories of questions. And you notice we could rearrange yung ating mga items. So you just have to click, hold, and then drag them. Okay. And then if it's just like the same multiple choice, you could do a shortcut just to save you time. Just press that button there, duplicate. And all you have to do is just change the question. So it's the same format, but it's a different content. So let's just have an example there, okay? Then click done, and then again, click duplicate. So you have another item question, and then don't forget to put in your answer key, then click done, and then required, and so on and so forth. So yeah, you could just do duplicate, but don't forget to just change the item and the answer key. How about if it's a true or false type of question? So let's say we type in our question here. So it says primary colors include red, yellow, and blue. So you will only have two options. Either it's true or it's false. And then clicking the X button, so it deletes the other options. And you also have the option to add photographs here, okay? Notice the image icon there. So you could either upload your own image, or you could search through Google image search. So let's say this one, we'll be using this image. So there, it's already linked to your question item. You'd notice medyo malaki siya, no? So you could adjust the size of your image so it doesn't take up too much space. And there you have it. You could also do the same with your multiple choice questions. Okay, so if the next item is also a true or false question, so you could just click on duplicate and just change the content. Okay, and then type in your question again, and don't forget to put in your answer key. click done. So this is just an example. All right. So it depends whether you're making a 10, 20, or 30 question quiz.
You can also change your theme options. Like let's say you want to change the background, yung background ninyo. Yan, you can pick from the themes here, like work and school or travel. So there are different designs that you can choose from. So for example, ako, let's say I will choose this. So click on the color and then insert. Tapos mag-change yung picture ng banner sa taas ng ating quiz. You can also change the theme color into whatever color you want. Background color can also be changed. Also, the font style can be changed. So kung gusto nyo medyo parang cursive or basic lang, okay lang din yun. So what does this look like for the student? You can click preview doon sa may upper right hand and you will see that this is how it will look like for the student. Meron ding nakalagay sa gilid niya na 1 point para alam ng student kung ilang points ang particular item na yon. Now, if you see an asterisk that's color red beside your question, your quiz question, it means that the question is required. So as you can see, all the questions have a red asterisk. Okay? Then to edit, you just click on the lower right, yung parang pencil icon, and we go back to this. Okay? We can do sa settings. Click on the settings, and you will see that you can click this, no, limit to one response only, but they have to sign in to Google. And then you might also you can collect yung email addresses ng mga sasagot para alam mo na estudyante mo talaga siya. Now, for a quiz, of course, you cannot let them edit after they submit. Then you just click this, you just tick this here. You can also in the presentation, meaning how they can see yung kanilang Google quiz, you can show the progress bar. You can also shuffle the question order para mag-iiba-iba per student. Question number 1 sa isa, nasa ibang student. Question number 3, yon. And then you can save that. And then, for example, okay. Yung pag-shuffle natin will be to make sure, make sure lang din na the students don't copy from each other, ganyan. You can shuffle the question order, yan, yung pag-tick. And then, under the quizzes tab ng settings, yan, you can turn it on na make this a quiz or after each submission, you can release the grade. So, or pwede ring after pa if you want to review it first. Okay, so, yan. And then this will turn on the email notification. So the respondents will be able to see their missed questions, their correct answers, and their point values pag naka-check yung mga boxes na to. And they can use this also for review. And it allows them to also, you also allow them to receive feedback from that. Okay, so we will save this and then Diba sabi natin that they can see the correct answers and then the point values. Let's say, which is the same as score, yung point values, and we will save that. Okay. Yung sinabi pala ni Ana po kanina, kapag when you type in your questions and if you plan to shuffle the questions, you can remove the numbers doon sa pag-type ninyo para hindi sila ma-confuse with regard to the numbering. Bakit number 7, nandun siya sa number 10 na spot, etc. Okay, so now we move on. So we are saving this as a draft, but we'll show you how it looks like kapag kumpleto na. Okay. There you go. So this is already the complete quiz. You can give 10 points for that. Okay, tapos you can also decide when to make it due. Tapos katulad din nung sa iba, yung grade category, we assign na it's a quiz, we assign what topic it will fall under, and then because this is a quiz, a rubric is not needed. So you can send it to the students, you can click assign and it will be sent to the students and included in the stream, or you can schedule it for a later date. Okay, so as you can see in classwork, pumasok na siya. So I actually sent this to 2 of my students. And hold on. So ito na yung art class, no? So you can see it here. So sa estudyante, if you can see the to-do, yan. Nandyan yung quiz number 3. They just click on it and then lalabas yung elements and principles of design. They put in their email address and then they answer. Okay, let's say, ano kaya pwede dito? For example, rhythm or movement, space, movement, rhythm, true, for, okay, let's say ganito. Okay. So let's say nasagutan na natin lahat and then they will submit. Okay. Now they can view their score kasi we've already placed in the correct answers. So as you can see, the score is 5/10 and makikita niya kung ano yung mga mali niya na nasagutan at what the correct answers are. Okay? There you go. So it makes life easier for you as teachers kasi this will grade it automatically for you. Okay, so pag tinignan niyo sa grades, for example, ako, sinagutan ko na to. Yan, you will see that I turned in my quiz. You can click on the word turn in, view details. Ngayon, bakit walang grade? Because you're going to have to import the grades, but unfortunately, that's only possible with a school account. So what's going to happen is you will have to manually put in the grade. So for example, ito, we'll look at the submission which was turned in. Ito yun, di ba? Okay, sorry. We look at the, makikita niyo siya under responses. Right. And then you can either see the individual answers or you can see the summary of these answers. Yan. So makikita nyo na yung score ng student, halimbawa 5/10, dito nyo, in this spot of scores, makikita ninyo individually, line by line, the scores of the students. So, sorry, you'll have to press release scores. Um, okay, you're going to press release scores. Kasi nga over 10 lang yan, no? Pero dahil 100 and nandito, so let's say na 50 siya, yung release scores only happens nga when you have a Google Suites for Education. So you're going to have to type it in manually and then click na you will return to the student. And then maybe you want to give feedback to the student. So example, I want to say study again kasi 5/10 lang siya. And then click on return. And there you go. Nag-black na siya, ibig sabihin na padala mo na siya sa student. So unfortunately, you're going to have to do your own computation for this if you are using a personal Gmail account instead of a school account. Okay, so right now, we're going to ask you to practice in your Google Classrooms how to make a quiz. So you're going to press create and then quiz assignment. Type in your title, type in the description, type in your questions, add an image if applicable. We'll ask you to do multiple choice first muna or true and false. Yan. Or if you want to try other ways of doing the quiz, okay lang din. Okay. We'll also ask you to change the settings to limit to one response. And then for the theme options, we'll ask you to change your image for the header, the theme color, the background color, and the font style. Okay, and then check this in preview so you know what the students will be seeing. Are there any questions po for the facilitator with regards to creating a quiz?
Yeah, Miss Anna. Um, I think I lost my work yesterday. I didn't save it, so I'll just create another class for today's as ano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Sayang.
because
Okay.
I remember that you told me like to save it, but I did not save. So maybe this is the the result. I lost it. So I will just create another one for this um, work workshop. Thank you.
Sige. So, we always remember to save our work kasi yon. Sorry, what, what did she finger spell? There's a question from Aimee. Ano po ang equivalent ng matching type? Sige, tingnan natin ha. Kung meron ba tayong mahanap. Okay. Ito kaya yun. Ito, multiple choice grid. Where you have rows and columns. So yung row, type in and columns. Sige. Maybe Anna can show what that will look like sa preview. Let's say. So, kunyari, gawa tayo ng, ayan. So, we did this, di ba, yung multiple choice. Yan, ganyan po yung pinaka-itsura niya. Yung grid, multiple choice grid. Pag checkbox grid, okay, wait. Tignan lang natin, ha? Wait lang. Yan na po yun, yung sa ano. Wait, parang multiple choice din to, di ba? Wait lang. Wala yatang pang matching type. Subukan nga natin tong checkbox grid. Pag checkbox grid, kailangan may check. Yun lang ang difference. Wala po. Parang there is no matching type na choice. But maybe if you have a school account instead of a personal account, baka lang maging available si matching type. Let's see. Okay, pag drop down, okay, linear scale. Ang linear scale, it will look like that. Parang pag nagpapa-survey kayo, di ba? Or assessment. Let's see. Kapag, okay, that's it. Walang ano talaga, walang matching type. Sorry. Okay, so hold on. There is we have a Maria Jehan Libre with us. Hello. Uh, thank you for joining us today. Um, if you need to ask any questions, you can just open your audio and speak into the mic, and then the interpreters will assist. If we can ask si Jehan, nakagawa ka na ba ng Google Classroom? Ah, wala siya. Okay, maybe sa chat, or Jehan, if you'd like to communicate via chat also. Oh, so si Jehan's audio is also not connected, so we're not sure. Oops. Maybe we can also ask si Miss Jessica, kamusta? Were you able to do what you needed to do sa Google? Were you able to apply for a Google
Hello po.
account, make a Google Classroom?
Hello po. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Jessica.
I'm sorry po, ma'am. Nag-create pala ako kasi hindi ako naka-follow no first day at second day. Meron po akong ginagawa.
Oh.
Oo. Wala pa kasi akong student eh. Hindi ako maka-add. Pero I try my best because Ma'am Ana sent me the link in YouTube.
Kayo po ay taga VSU, tama po ba, Miss Jessica?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po. Hello?
Yes.
Yes po.
So baka po you can ask your co-participants from VSU, sila muna yung i-add ninyo as your students kunwari.
Okay, okay po. I do it yesterday, but I cannot able to do. I don't know what. I try my best to see the video, the YouTube link that Ma'am Ana sent me. So I'll try my best. And then, how about if I can pass my or submit my work Monday? Can I? Because I'm trying my best.
We will check with the trainer. Actually, yung kanyang deadline is Friday, pero we'll check with the trainer po mamaya kung pwedeng i-extend ang deadline.
Okay, okay. Then
Okay
I will
po.
just try. Okay. Thank you.
So, how about the others? Tapos na po kayo gumawa ng quiz? Or are you still in the process of making it? So, sa chat, si Miss Iza says, okay na daw siya. Yes, very good, Miss. Question from Miss Aimee sa chat. Wait lang po Question from Miss Aimee sa chat. Okay lang ba? Sorry. Hindi pa po nakatingin si Ana. Sandali lang po Yan. Question kay Miss Aimee sa chat. Okay lang po ba daw kung 4 questions only yung kanyang quiz? And Ana is saying yes. Yes, that's fine since this is only for practice.
Okay, so were you able to finish your quizzes?
Hello po. Hello?
Miss Aimee? Yes.
Sir, dito na ako sa send form. How will I make it send to everybody? To all students, I mean. Hindi ko masyadong na-catch up nung...
Hindi niyo na po kailangan mag-input na anything because it automatically gets sent po to your students. So if
But,
you have,
I will not
let me
click
show it po to you.
Okay po.
So if you go to your classwork, so if you notice there, there's a button there that says assign. Wait a second po.
Okay. Automatic save po to siya.
Okay, let's try to create a new one. Okay, so there you go. So nakita niyo po yun doon. It's under assign. There, the button na assign.
Okay.
So once you click it, and then it automatically gets sent po sa mga estudyante.
Okay. So within the dito po sa quiz area, hindi ko na lang po itatouch yung may send button inside the quiz, no?
Yes po, you don't need to because it automatically gets saved. And
Okay.
then it gets linked po dun sa inyong Google Class, dun sa module kung saan nyo kinonect yung quiz na yon. And then as once click assign, then yun po, automatically send na po siya sa student.
Okay, thank you po.
But you have to make sure po that once you type your quiz in the Google form, regularly check nyo po kung nagsisave nga po siya. Okay. Makikita nyo naman po doon na it says saving. So, yun po, just to make sure na nakasave nga po yung mga tinatype natin sa loob ng Google form quiz.
Okay po, thank you po.
Okay, may po ba tayo? So are we good po with the quiz? Nakatapos na po ba tayo ng ating quiz? Okay, so very good. Well done, Ms. Aimee. How about si Miss Marietta? Kumusta po tayo? Nakagawa na po ba tayo ng ating quiz?
Hello, I'm still working on it.
It's alright po. Sige. Just carry on po. Si Miss Karen. Miss
Done
Karen.
po, done. Thank you.
Alright. Si Miss Jehan. Miss Jehan. So I don't think naka-connect yung audio ni Miss Jehan. Miss Jehan, you could respond to us by just typing your answer dun sa ating chat box. Okay. Si Miss Jessica. Miss Jessica, okay na po ba tayo sa ating quiz? Jessica? Andito pa po ba si Miss Jessica? Kasama po ba natin siya? Or maybe she's still in our room? Okay. Oo, baka may connectivity problems. Miss Jessica. All right, so let's wait a little bit more for Miss Marietta.
Okay, so Miss Marietta is done with the quiz.
How is it, Miss Marietta? Madali po ba yung quiz natin? Madali
Um, yeah, a little bit, but I was like cramming because I have to create another class.
Oh, right, right. Opo. It's okay. It's okay, Miss Marietta. Okay, so now we're done with the quiz. We could proceed with the next topic. So I have shown this actually to you, how to turn in yung quiz to your student. So maybe you could ask your co-participants to answer that quiz. So yeah, to answer yung quiz na ginawa nyo. So you just send it to your co-participants. And then let's see kung ano yung magiging result nun. So let's have a 2 minute for that, turning in your quizzes with your co-participants. Or if you need 5 minutes, we could adjust the time. So, yep, let's work on this. Nakapag-answer na po ba yung ating mga co-participants ng mga quizzes? Okay, so sabi ni Miss Isa sa chat, yes. All right. Can we take a look at yung output? Miss Isa? No. So we don't need to be sharing them now. But let's just have a look kung na-input ko ba yung grades niya. Okay? So, can you check, Ms. Isa, kung yung grade yung points, yung score ng student na-record siya dun sa kanyang classwork? But if you want, Ms. Isa, you could also share your screen para we could take a look dun sa output nyo. And Ms. Isa say, okay. So we'll wait for Ms. Isa.
Hello po. I'm already sharing my screen po. Nakita niyo po?
Okay, let me check po. Let me check Ms. Isa for a while.
I have
Yes.
already inputted their scores, but I'm a little confused as to why it says draft.
Right. Na-return nyo na po ba ito sa, well, it says their draft, meaning hindi nyo pa na-return sa student. So you need to press return so that the students will know kung ano yung kanilang grade. So if you click yung tatlong dots, and then may lalabas po doon na return. And you could also input yung qualitative feedback.
Okay po.
Yes. So if you send that to your student, then lalabas na po yung kanyang score there.
Hello, Sir John.
Yes po, address po natin kay Miss Anna ang
Miss
question.
Anna?
Yes,
Miss Anna. I'm trying to answer the question, but then I accidentally clicked two responses in one question. So now I could not send it back to the teacher because it says only one response is needed.
So okay. So remember po meaning yung kayo as student.
Yes.
So you are the student and not the teacher, tama po
Yeah,
ba?
I'm the student, so I tried to reply or answered one question from my teacher, and then I accidentally pushed two answers.
Na hindi nyo pa po na-answeran
Yes,
yung
so
quiz?
I could not send it. I could not submit it to the teacher. So and I didn't find a button to edit my answer, like remove the other answer.
I remember po because we set a limit to the response that just
Yes,
send one response.
yes.
Miss Isa, can we ask you po to stop yung sharing so
Okay,
we
for a
could
while po.
show? Thank you.
Okay, done po. Thank you.
So if you would notice here, in the settings, so if you click the gear icon there, it says there limit to one response. Kung wala
Yes.
po siyang check there, then the students could submit multiple responses. Pero dahil clinic po natin siya.
So
Then there's also yung option there that they can edit after submit. So yun po, sadly, if the student commits an error and sending it to the teacher na may mga mali or di pa niya nasagutan, they might not be able to answer it. To send
so
another one.
yeah. So dapat I should, as a teacher, I should click the student, which the student can edit.
Wait lang po, na-clarify lang po natin kay Misan. Yes po, tama po yun. But you could, well, you could give a heads up dun sa students. Because like for example, dun sa setting po kasi, if you say they could edit after submission, then you need to inform like hindi po siya pwede na isang specific student lang na mabigyan ng ganong special access, but mabibigyan po ng ganong klase ng kumbaga na access lahat ng students. So
okay. I'm getting back to the question from my teacher, and the reason maybe I could not submit my answer is one of the questions said this question requires one response per row, but then there is only one row or whatever. So it's like that bars me to submit my answer. I think.
Miss Marietta, can we take a look po at your screen?
Yes.
Can you
Yeah.
share your screen po?
Yes. Yes. Can you see it now?
Yes po.
So this is the question from one of my teachers, Ma'am Aimee, I think. So I tried to answer, but in the first question here, this question requires one response per row. So that's the reason that if I submit it, click the submit, I can't submit, I think.
So let's take a look at that particular item po. Can we take a look at that item?
Yes, here.
Oh, is this a matching type of question po ba?
I don't know. I just click one one response. So, but
sabi po ni Miss Isa sa chat,
this is Aimee's,
you need
Ma'am
to-
Aimee's work.
may chat po si Miss Isa, sabi niya you need to answer more than one, Miss Marietta.
Miss Karen,
Kay Ma'am Karen daw po yun, Miss Marietta.
Okay. This is from Ma'am Karen. I'm sorry. So I need to answer two. This question requires one response per row. So meaning I have to answer, I have to tick all the boxes here so that I can submit
Yes
it.
po, let's try that one. Let's tick all the
Okay.
boxes
Yes.
there.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
There you go. So you need to click po all items
So
there.
it's submitted already. So
There
I
you
have
go.
Yes.
so so all boxes should be ticked. Ticked.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Now I'll stop sharing. Thank you.
All right po.
Hello? Hello po.
Si Miss, sino po ito?
Aimee po.
Miss Aimee.
Yung students ko po, naka-turned in na sila. Pero hindi ko makita yung scores.
I actually have the same question then.
So you
How
want to see from student perspective, tama po ba?
Yung score po nila.
Yeah, as a teacher po, gusto sana namin makita yung
Oo, kasi
score ni student.
nag-put po ako ng answer key. Nasa atis?
Okay, so if you can click po, okay, let's try to open that one.
Sa responses ba?
So ito po iyon. Okay. Yes po, sa responses po, dun sa ating, yung sa Google form kanina. So you could see their scores there.
Okay.
I tried to open back the Google form but yung view form na yung nakikita ko kasi. Sorry.
Maybe inside pa nung Google Classroom.
You could open po yung inyong class drive folder. Try opening the class drive folder. And then you click on the quiz. So yung quiz nyo po, let's say it's a quiz number 3. So yung response button, kita nyo po ba yung tab na responses? So there, if you scroll down, makikita nyo po yung scores, yung individual scores ng mga students.
So we need to go to the Google Drive and check the class folder there. Not in Google Classroom. Am I right?
Yung form lang yung...
No po. You need to, dun sa class folder, kasi, well, let's try to look yung sa inyong class folder.
Can I share po my screen?
And then yung specific quiz na yon. So if you take a look dun sa sa loob mismo ng inyong sa inyong loob ng class nyo, there's a class drive folder.
Okay, got it po. Thank you.
And then nandun po yung sa category kasi naka-categorize po siya per module. Kasi without that class, like yung makita nyo kung hindi siya nagka-categorize by class, medyo magulo, naghahalo-halo siya. So you could take a look doon sa loob po ng yung class drive folder. So if you open that particular quiz in question, then responses, then you scroll down, makikita nyo po yung score doon. Yes, Sino po yung nagre-request if they could share the screen?
Pero check ko na lang po muna.
Si Miss Aimee po ba iyon?
Yes. Check ko po muna sa drive ko po.
Okay, sige po.
So, Miss Aimee, okay na yung sa grades ninyo?
Yes po. Nakita ko na po.
All right, very good.
Thank you po.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we have to do it manually nga po, no, yung sa grades para ma-link siya kasi hindi siya automatically na nata-transfer to sa ating Google Classroom. So, tapos na po ba tayong lahat with the grades?
Hello, Ma'am Anna. I have a question po. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
As a student po, how do I check my score
Miss Isa.
from
Yeah.
for example, sa assignment po, can I check that personally on Google Classroom, di ba? This is not related to the quiz po. It's for the assignment.
So meaning, yung grade, yung particular grade, like if you're the student, you're in yung particular grade po ba? Tama po ba?
Yes
Yung
po, ma'am.
question
Yes
niyo?
po. Yes po.
Well, if I think you're also able, natatandaan niyo po yung parang grading sheet natin. As a student, you also be able to access that. So yung may mga columns and then yung particular category ng mga grading percent.
In viewing the assignment po,
Okay, so let's take a look at that.
kasi as I checked it, there are only 3 tags, which is to stream, classwork, and people. Wala pong grade section po.
Okay. Saglit lang, ma'am, ha?
Okay po, so titignan ko lang po yung akin. So I'll go inside Anna's class and then classwork. So ano bang So example yung essay number 1 na natapos ko na. So nakalagay kasi ako estudyante, nakalagay graded. So view assignment. And then dito ko po makikita yung essay na nag-grade na ako. So ang tanong po ba is if the student will be able to see yung parang isang buong linya kung ano yung grades niya?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po. Will I be able to see po?
I will ask.
As a
I'm not so
student.
sure. Let me ask also Miss Anna. We're asking her kasi ako, I'm not so sure.
So sinisengis po ni Miss Nikki, so if I'm the student, for example, will I be able to show, kumbaga yung summary of all the grades that I'm getting? Yun po ba yung question natin, Aimee?
Yes po, ma'am. Yes po. Like the progress po of my grades. Yung ganun po. No.
Well, unfortunately, hindi po natin makikita yung progress ng grades. Opo.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Kasi po, we're just using a basic account na ating Google. If you are using a G Suite, then yun po, mas may advanced features po kasi yung G Suite, yung, kumbaga yung school account. So mas
Okay po.
may ganong function po yun.
Okay. Thank you po.
Maybe, Nikki, would you like to share your screen so we could
Sorry,
take a look?
I think, akin ba to? Sorry, Miss Anna, this is my screen.
Wala nakashare.
Oh, wait. Teka lang. Hindi ko alam kung bakit parang naka-screen share ako. Wait lang, I'm so sorry. I cannot. Okay, hold on. Okay. Sorry. Let me just, here you go. Ayan po. So, for a For a student, ang makikita lang po niya yan. So, kunyari, from yung kanyang class. So, kung ito yung klase, di ba po, yung classwork, makikita naman po niya, kunyari, itong essays. Ito po, so, if the student goes in the to-do, makikita naman niya kung ano yung nagawa na niya at yung hindi niya nagawa. So, I think dito sa done, dyan niya makikita yung grades. Parang ganyan. Pwede pala. Dito pala. Sorry, pero hindi naka-compute. Hindi ko siya naka-compute. Miss Iza?
Yes, ma'am, pwede po pala.
Yun.
I've checked it
Pero
na po.
yun, hindi siya, hindi niya makikita kung ano yung kanyang cumulative grade.
Yes po. This is what I mean
Oo.
po actually. Yung parang
Okay.
progress po ng parang summary
Student.
po.
Oo. So ako, yung one thing that we can tell our students, kasi I also have kids, so sometimes nako-confuse sila what they're finished with and what they're not finished with sa
Kaya nga
class.
po.
Oo. Pag tinignan mo tong to do, kasi lahat ng classes nila, makikita nila dyan in all classes. Kung ano yung kailangan pa nilang gawin. And then if they want to just parang anong tawag nito? Filter kung they just want to focus on a particular class, may drop down naman po. And then if they want to see natapos na, na-grade na ganyan ulit, they can also filter po pala.
Okay, thank you po. Thank you po, ma'am.
Okay po. Miss Anna, I'll stop sharing na po.
Hello?
Ay, may isa pa.
Miss Anna, may question lang ako regarding sa stream. Yung if ever the student will also see their other classmates po ba sa stream? I mean, they can also reply to their classmates.
Yes po.
Or personal
They will be able to do that para may interaction between students.
Okay po.
So kumbaga it's an open open interaction. Wala pong personal na one-on-one of private, parang walang private messaging ganun.
Sige po. Thank you po.
So let me just show to use a stream, for example. So if you post something there, or if they could, like, for example, they're asking saan makikita yung particular assignment, then para may discussion board doon sa stream where the students will be able to ask questions, parang mag-usap sila doon mismo sa loob ng stream. So may ganong function po yun. So yeah, opo, pwede pong ganon. Okay po?
So other students also po can see the response of their classmates.
Yes po, that's right. So yung other classmates nila, makikita din nila kung ano yung mga pinag-uusapan nila.
Okay.
So lahat ng students within that class, makikita nila isa't isa.
Public conversation po.
Yes.
Okay po, thank you po.
Okay, so after creating our quiz, so we could proceed na procedure with our rubric. Well, we're almost running out of time. We have 10 minutes left. Would you want me to continue with the rubric, or would you just want to move it for the afternoon session? Ano po yung preference ng group? Kasi it's almost 11 right now. Gusto niyo po bang umpisahan natin ngayon or ituloy na lang later?
Miss Anna, may question again ako. Sorry po. No?
Yes po, Miss Aimee.
Yung modules 0 to 4 na isasubmit po namin, need po ba na detailed yun or kung ano lang yung mga activities na ginawa namin?
Well, yung for that particular one, I think you're expected to have the test, the rubric, like all sorts of materials within the module. Yeah, you have to complete po sana the
Okay.
requirements.
And then, upon submitting po, we will just send the class code lang. If ever will natapos na po namin.
Yes, nasa akin na po yung inyong mga class code. So I will show it to you.
Sige po. So, update na lang po.
Yes po, kasi automatically nag-update naman po siya. So
Okay.
kapag may changes
Again.
kayong ginagawa sa inyong mga Google Classrooms, makikita ko naman po yan. So
Okay.
let's say, for example, this one, in tourism class. So I'll be able to see it.
Sige. Sige po. Thank you
So
po.
automatically, ano naman po siya. So you don't need to send me the code again.
Okay po. Sige po. Thank you po.
Alright, so gusto niyo po ba ituloy ko ang rubric today or later na lang? Gusto po natin for this afternoon session at 2 o'clock. Ano po ang consensus ng ating group? Sabi ni Ms. Isa, it's okay lang po whichever the group decides, either to continue or this afternoon na lang.
Okay lang po sa akin na i-continue ngayon if the group decides also.
So, Ms. Marietta. Yes. Okay, so we could proceed right now so that in the afternoon we could just focus on your sharing mga presentations. Okay, so this is how we create rubric with different categories and levels. So press create and then assignment. So this is well, just showing you how to create a rubric, and then you type in let's say it's for an essay number 5, and then your instructions. Could add whatever material or resources is needed, and then you see the rubric button below. So click on that. There's a drop-down menu. Meron po siyang reuse rubric kung meron na kayo existing rubric. Or if you want to create a new one, create rubric or import from sheets. So we will, because we'll be creating a new one. So let's try create rubric. And then we click on, we turn on this button, use scoring. You can turn it on or turn it off. Okay. So whether it is ascending or descending, yung kanilang gradation. And ano po yung mga criterion title. So this is a required field, so we need to input this one. So let's say like the organization, yung format, yung grammar. So kung ano man yung category. Okay? And then you have to explain ano yung description nun, yung criteria na yon. And then how many points are you assigning for that particular criteria? Let's say it's a 5-point. And level title, we could say outstanding. That's the highest mark that we could get for that rubric. And then yung description, ano po yung description ng particular criteria nyo? Okay, so this is one example. So if you're creating another one, another level, so let's say it's a one step lower, so it's 4, level title is very satisfactory. And then ano yung student description, let's say student response is somehow, well, somehow supports the topic sentence. And then the next level, let's say it's at for the 3 points. So the level title is satisfactory. Then typing in the description, let's say student's response partially supports the topic sentence. And then for the 2-point tier, let's say title is needs improvement. And then our description is that the student's response does not support the topic sentence. Okay, you can see there may /5. So it's that means yung total score, perfect score that they could get is 5. Okay, and then yung gradation nyo na 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, just to save your time, pwede yung kopyahin. Okay, the same criteria. Okay, the same leveling for another set of criteria. Just to save time. Okay, ang baguhin nyo lang po yung title. Let's say yung organization. Okay, and then change the content for the different levels. Then just duplicate again if you have another set of criteria. So this would save you time instead of typing them one by one. Okay. So after that, let's say you finish creating your rubric. Don't forget to click save. Okay, you could opt to delete that if you click on 3 button there, but because we want it to save, we'll be using it. So click save. And there you can see we have the rubric already linked to a particular deliverable or output. So as you can see from here, you could either expand kung ano yung description of the different levels, and then click kung saan topic natin siya ililink. So the same thing, you could set dates for that. And then to send it to your students, click assign. And then let's see kung ano itsura niya. Let's see. Here's the essay. Okay, couldn't find yung essay na ginawa natin ng group. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find yung essay. Nikki's saying essay 5. Yes, there you go. We found it. Okay, so it's an essay number 2. So click on edit, and there you go. So there's the rubric that you created a while ago. So this is an example rubric that I created for this particular output. Okay, so we have criteria, mechanics, format, content or organization. Then assign it to a particular module and then click assign. Then it gets sent to your students. So after assigning it to the students, let's look at it from the student's perspective. So we open our Google Classroom. Then under to-do list, so there's essay number 2 on why art is important. So let me show you. So this is the sort of like expectations ng teacher in terms of their output. Okay. So like, again, this is from the student's perspective. Okay. So they could not make any edits with the rubric. This will sort of be like a guide for them in creating their output so that they have a better idea. So they see the bigger picture of how to go about with the output or the essay. So once they have this rubric as a guide in creating, in working towards the output, so they could begin doing the output. So let's say you have an so let's say this is just a test output. So sample output lang po ito. Okay, you can see from this is important. That means that it's saving sa cloud. So it automatically saves. Kita niyo po yung icon na yun, parang ulap. So that means it's automatically saved there. And then let's see it now. So after creating that and turning it in, so that means they have to submit it to the teacher. And there you have it. So it's already submitted. So let's look at it naman from the teacher's perspective. Kung ano yung mag-itsura niya and how to use the rubric. So if we click on grades, then click on that particular output. So it's essay number 2. Then we click on view submission. And there is the submitted assignment, the submitted essay of the students. So after reading it, then the teacher will be able to use the rubric that that you created. So you could click on which grade, which level ibibigay nyo for that particular criteria. So is it reflective? So very satisfactory in terms of critical thinking. It's very satisfactory. terms of connections, it's outstanding. Mechanics, it's well, very satisfactory. Format, it's outstanding. Okay, so if you committed a mistake, then you could click clear and then you could start again. And then it automatically saves, okay? And you could also have some feedback, okay, private comment. So let's say type in good work. So you can see here, yung parang grade that you gave for that particular assignment. You can see the blue. So yung total score niya for the essay is 26/30. So it automatically adds up. And then it also converts into percentage. And then click on return if you want it to return to your student so that they'll be able to see their scores. So if you click return, there you go. And then let's take a look now from the student's perspective. So the student again would have to go to the classroom and then click on the course, the class, to-do list, and then done. So essay number 2, as you can see, lumabas na po doon kanilang score, yung grade na nakuha nila. Okay, and makikita din ng student yung result from the rubric itself. Okay, so in terms of content, student got 5, nakakuha siya ng VS. So that means they could make certain improvements for their next output. So this is a good way for them to realize that next time ano yung areas for improvement. All right, and that's how we do rubric. Okay, do we have any questions po?
Hello?
Well, since we do not have enough time right now, so we will do our practice in the afternoon. So we could allot the remaining time for questions. Mahirap po ba gumawa ng rubric? Ano sa tingin natin? Through Google. Clear po ba or na-confuse kayo sa process natin? And Miss Aimee is saying, okay lang naman. Miss Marietta is also saying, we will try. Okay, yes, you could practice that. So just keep on practicing this.
Hello? Hello po.
Yes, may Miss Aimee?
Miss Anna, kasi yung may nagawa na kasi kaming rubrics and then like on percentage po kasi yun. So okay lang yun, no? But it 100% din naman po yung total. Like for example, for the organization, it's 25%. Something like that po.
So, pwede naman po yung percent pero magko-convert lang siya to points kasi walang percent sa Google Classroom.
Okay. Yung sa grade lang po niya yung naka-percentage, no?
Yes, naka-points po kasi siya. So it's a point system.
Okay po. So, i-ano na lang muna siguro namin. I-revise into point.
That's right po. You have to convert it into points first. So you can see from here, opo, kasi naka-point po talaga siya. So hindi po siya naka-percentage. So walang ibang option but to use points, unfortunately. Opo.
But we can change the over 5, no? Yung points, no? Yung may over 5 dito po.
Yes, you could do that. Pwede po. It's not necessarily over 5.
Para i-ano na lang namin.
Yeah, you could change it naman po.
Okay. Sige po. Thank you po.
All right. So any more questions? So if there's none, so that's it in terms of grading an assignment using a rubric. I think naisama ko na po siya sa demo natin kanina. So later on in the afternoon, we will do some practice on how to create a rubric. So for this afternoon, so yung ating expected assignment is to create 2 quizzes with either 3 multiple choice or 3 true or false items. And then how to turn in the quizzes to students. And then creating 2 rubrics with 3 categories and 4 levels. So if you have an existing rubric, you could just type it in. But it would be easier for you. And then we have to grade 2 assignments using a rubric. Okay po? So ito po yung ating mga output. So yes, gagawin po natin yan for this afternoon. And then at 2 o'clock p.m., we will be, well, I will be asking each one of you to share yung inyong output. Okay, are there any more questions? Are we good? All right, mahirap po ba gumawa ng rubric? Is it difficult? Confusing? Okay, so I'll see you all at 2 o'clock p.m. again. So if I could ask Andy